Morning, you guys. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here and watching for the first time, hi and welcome. My name is Natasha Mulusa, and if you are new to this family, hi and welcome. Please make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you have not done so as yet, so that you can become a part of this beautiful family. For everyone who is returning, thank you so much for coming back. You know the house rules. We make sure that we subscribe to the channel, we interact in the comment section, we give the video a thumbs up, and we share the video so that it can reach more people. So today we are going to be talking about reasons why you should not move to the Netherlands. Okay, I'm going to be giving you guys reasons why I think if you have an issue with these points that I'm going to be sharing, then I don't think it would be a good idea for you to move into the Netherlands. If you are in a space in your life where you're trying to decide where to move to, or if you genuinely would love to move abroad, in this case the Netherlands, then I'm going to be sharing about the Netherlands in this video, and I'm going to be telling you guys reasons why I think you should not move to the Netherlands. The first thing is, don't move to the Netherlands if you're not expecting to experience an accommodation crisis. So in the Netherlands, I think in also most European countries, there is an accommodation crisis that is happening or has been happening. So it's really hard to find a place to stay or accommodation or a place to rent in general. And usually you find that situations such as 20 people going to view one place do happen in the Netherlands. And it's always like, what do they call it? Survival of the fittest. It's always like survival of the fittest type of like situation. So don't move to the Netherlands if you are not ready to experience an accommodation crisis. Number two is that don't move to the Netherlands if you don't like living a simple and minimalistic life. If you're all about status, show off, and you want to arrive and people must know that you have arrived, then you might not really enjoy the life here, because people here are very minimalistic people. They are simple people. They are people who live within their means. They put family first, and they just enjoy a proper quality of life more than anything. And yes, there are people who are probably rich in this country, but to compare my experience from South Africa and here, I would really actually attest to the fact that people in the Netherlands live simple, minimalistics, and just meaningful lives, and they're not all about status and class and what do you call it, like your level of education. And you know how when people introduce themselves to you, they'll tell you first like they've got a degree in that or a diploma in that. And in South Africa, generally, like what you do for a living is more important, and things such as your job status or your job role or your occupation, for example, the car that you drive, where you stay, those type of things are things that some South Africans like to use to measure their success, and they use also that to measure other people's success, whereas in the Netherlands, it's the opposite. Number three is the weather. The weather is literally, from what I've experienced in my 2 years of being here, it's 5 months of winter, a bit of a summer, I would say probably a good month or two of summer, and probably after that, it's just autumn. And that's about it. So if you are not prepared to experience very cold weathers and a full 5 months of winter, where it's just gray outside, there's no sun, then I don't think it would be a good idea for you to move to the Netherlands. If you're a person who is like me and you are an heliophile, you love the sun, you thrive, when the sun is out, then I don't think the Netherlands would be a good place for you to come at. But when the sun does come out, when it is summer, it is just beautiful weathers all around. But other than that, the winter here, is very depressing, and it's just gray all out, and it's just not the best weather to be in. So I would really suggest that you don't move to the Netherlands if the weather might be an issue for you. Language. The language is very important. So in the sense that it's important to learn the Dutch language. So if you're a person who's not prepared to learn a new language, or you're not willing to bend yourself so that you can adapt to the culture here, which is learning the language, then I don't think it would be a good idea for you to move to the Netherlands, because when you move here, you need to at least learn the basics of the language. Even if you might work for a company that is not necessarily Dutch or that is full of internationals and where they speak English, I do advise that it's important for you to learn the language, because you will come across certain people who don't want to speak English, even though they know how to speak English, but they prefer not to speak English and they want to speak their home language, which is Dutch. So when you come across those certain people, you want to make sure that you are prepared, and you want to make sure that at least you can be able to communicate with them a bit. Then the next one is finances, bills, payments, the cost of living. So basically, if you are a person who's looking to move to a country where things are cheap, where you don't pay a lot of taxes, etc., then I don't think you should move to the Netherlands. If you want to move to the Netherlands, you need to prepare yourself to pay tax. You need to prepare yourself for a high cost of living, because you literally pay to breathe up, guys. We have things such as road tax, animal tax, pollution tax, things that I've never heard of in my entire life. So yeah, if you're not prepared to fork out money and to pay money, unnecessary, unexpected expenses and bills from time to time, then I don't think the Netherlands would be a good place for you to move at, because once you see that blue envelope, you must just know that they're coming for you. So yeah, food. Don't move to the Netherlands if you are not ready to give up the foods from your country, and if you are not ready to actually miss out on whatever foods, or not eat anymore the foods that you are used to eating in your native country. So when you move to the Netherlands, you're going to have to adapt to the food culture here. You're going to have to eat what they eat. And yes, luckily, they do have international shops, different shops like South African shops, Turkish shops, Polish shops, where you can get stuff depending on where you, what your native country is. But majority of the time, you just have to adapt. For instance, snack bars sell mostly Dutch foods. So you have to adjust to the Dutch culture in that sense, like in terms of the food. So if you are not prepared to give up certain foods, or to not even have certain foods from your native country, then I don't think the Netherlands is the place for you. Distance, you cannot go home or visit family easy, and you might miss important family events and important family moments. So don't move to the Netherlands, or you shouldn't move to the Netherlands if you are not prepared to lose out or miss out on important events like family events, or just literally if you are not prepared to be too far away from your family, or be like a very big distance from them. Because child, when anything happens back home, you can't just pack up your bags and leave, because it's far away. It's expensive to go back home. So yeah, I think if you are not prepared to lose that part of your life, then I don't think you should be moving to the Netherlands. Nature, Netherlands is naturally flat, so there aren't any mountains and stuff like that. So if you are a hiker, or you are a mountain person, like you like climbing mountains, or a mountain biker or something, then I don't think the Netherlands is for you. Because if you want to come here and hike, there are barely any places to hike because of the lack of mountains. So that is another point. If you're just a person who likes hiking and climbing mountains or mountain biking, then I don't think it's for you. Otherwise, the Netherlands is beautiful. It's green. You can take nice walks, and that's just about it. Another one is morals. If you lack morals, discipline, order, organization, and respect, then I don't think you should move to the Netherlands, because the Netherlands is a country that is full of honesty, it's full of order, organization, and a lot of people here are obedient to the rules, the law that are set in the Netherlands. So if you're a person who struggles to follow rules, to follow order, and if you lack morals and you are dishonest, then I think you might struggle to live in this country. Culture shocks. Don't move to the Netherlands, or rather you shouldn't move to the Netherlands if you are not prepared to experience major culture shocks that might even shake you, or make you feel like you are second guessing whether you should stay here or not, because you will experience them. You shouldn't move to the Netherlands if you are not prepared to experience culture shocks that might even make you question why you are here. Public holidays. You shouldn't move to the Netherlands if you come from a country that has a lot of public holidays. So in the Netherlands, I think there are only 6 or 7 public holidays. And for me, coming from a country that I think has more than 12 public holidays, if I'm not mistaken, it was a huge adjustment. It's not that it's a major deal, but if you're a person who enjoys at least having those public holidays where you get some time off from work, then I would suggest that you do not move to the Netherlands. But at the same time, the Netherlands has a benefit because they have more annual leave compared to South Africa, which is the country I'm from. So the Netherlands actually is a plus in that aspect because they've got a very large number of annual leaves. Like you get a lot of days for annual leave or vacation days. So I really love that about the Netherlands. Don't move to the Netherlands if you are not prepared to experience the Dutch characteristics, which means people here, or Dutch people rather, are very reserved. They're very private. They keep to themselves and they mostly keep to their circles, which is usually people who are family or people who they grew up with or who they went to primary school or high school with. So they don't likely open up to new people or open up to like a new circle of friends, especially if it's people from international countries. But there are some really nice Dutch people who are willing to be friends with other people. But the majority of the people, or just generally the Dutch culture, is you keep to yourself, you mind your own business, you don't look at what your neighbor is doing, and you just generally just keep with your close knit and your clique and the people that you've grown up with. Do not move to the Netherlands if you love the December vibe. If you come from a country where the December vibe is just vibing, like people are on the streets, it's loud, people are drinking it, they're having fun, people are just all over the place, then you shouldn't move to the Netherlands because the Netherlands is dead in December. People just keep to themselves, they keep to their homes, they keep to their families. Literally no one is on the streets in December, especially on the 25th of December. So if you come from a country, for example, I come from South Africa, and in South Africa, the streets are always busy in December, especially on Christmas, the 25th of December. So if that's your vibe, then you might struggle a bit in the Netherlands. Different ethnic groups and their personalities and characters. So you shouldn't move to the Netherlands if you are not prepared to learn about different ethnic groups, which is like people from different countries, and basically learn their cultures. Because in my experience in the past 2 years, I've come to learn that Germans and Polish are known to be direct and blunt. This can be misinterpreted as being rude or cold, for example. So another thing that you need to take note, that if you decide to move to the Netherlands, you need to make sure that you are prepared to learn other cultures, you are prepared to learn other ethnic groups, and you do not take things personal, and just realize and remember that we are different. Just as you look at them and wonder why they are the way they are, they also look at you and feel the same. Don't move to the Netherlands if you are not prepared to suffer in silence. What do I mean by this? The healthcare system in the Netherlands promotes self-healing. So they try to make sure that the country is not a country that depends on drugs, that is dependent on medication. So they promote a lot of self-healing. They promote a lot of your own immune system fighting off sicknesses. So if you are not prepared to go to a doctor and them telling you that you just need to take paracetamol and rest it out, then I don't think the Netherlands is for you, especially if you come from a country where you easily get access to medications, like strong medications, and you easily get access to whatever medication that you want or you need, then you might struggle in the Netherlands. And I don't think it would be a good idea for you to move to the Netherlands, because in the Netherlands, you can literally be on your deathbed and you will be told to just rest it out and have paracetamol. My last point is, don't move to the Netherlands if you are not prepared to not have friends for a while. It's really hard to make friends here, especially if you are an international. As I've mentioned in my previous point, that the Dutch are known to keep to the close-knit and close family and friends and people who they grew up with. So if you get here and you think that you're just going to kick it off with everyone, then I don't think you should move to the Netherlands, because you might struggle to make friends. but eventually you will make friends, whether they are Dutch people or internationals or even people from your own country. So yeah, guys, those were the points that I wanted to share. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a thumbs up, interact in the comment section, and let me know what other points do you think are really important for a person to consider before they move to the Netherlands, in case I might have missed them. I will catch you guys in the next video. Doei!